Education Society's J.M. Patel Arts, Commerce and Science College, Bhandara, and MSP Mandal's Shri Shivaji College, Parbhani. Today, we have with us our chairpersons, so it's my proud privilege to welcome a very respected Dr. V.P. Dhomne, Principal, J.M. Patel College, Bhandara, respected Dr. B.U. Jadhav, Principal, Shri Shivaji College, Parbhani, Dr. Karthik Panikar, IQSC Coordinator, J.M. Patel College, Bhandara, Dr. Rohidas Nitonde, IQSC Coordinator, Shri Shivaji College, Parbhani. Our resource person for today's session, Dr. Saigita Chitturu, Assistant Professor, Center for Lifelong Learning, Tata Institute of Social Sciences, Mumbai. Then our second resource person for the second day session, Dr. Vikram Pandit, Assistant Professor and PG Coordinator, Department of Chemistry, HB Desai College, Pune. Our third resource person for the third day's technical session, it is Dr. Shilpa Gauri Prasad Ganpue, Research Center for English, PDES Professor, Ramakrishna More College, Akodi, Pune. All the heads of the department, faculties, research scholars, and my dear students, it gives me an immense pleasure to extend a warm welcome to all of you. Student, soft skill is used to indicate personal transversal competence such as social aptitudes, language and communication capability, friendliness, and ability of working in team and other personality traits that characterize relationships between people. Soft skills are traditionally considered complementary of hard skills, which are the ability to perform a certain type of task or activity. Soft skills are strategic to be successful in personal and professional life, then are essential for a candidate when he tries to obtain any kind of job. The soft skill training provides strong practical orientation to the students and helps them in building and improvising their skills in communication. The main objective of these soft skill development workshops are to give each student a realistic perspective of work and work expectations to help formulate problem-solving skills, to guide students in making appropriate and responsible decisions, to create a desire to fulfill individual goals, and to educate students about unproductive thinking, self-defeating emotional impulses, and self-defeating behavior. This workshop is designed to encourage and to develop communication skill, leadership ability, and computing skill rather than all-round development among the students. Now, I invite respected principal of our college, Dr. V.P. Dhomne, sir, for the welcome address. Sir, please.
Am I audible?
Yes, sir, you are very much audible.
Thank you very much. I think this is the for venture with the Sri Shivaji Science College, Parbhani, and the credit goes to IQC coordinator, Dr. Rohidas Nitonde, and Dr. Panikar of J.M. Patel College. And Dr. Rohidas had been to J.M. Patel College, Bhandara, and that's why he is quite aware of the college also. And that's why we are not only technologically connected, we are emotionally also connected, these two colleges. Dr. Balasaheb Jadhav of Parbhani College, there is Dr. Saigita Chittur, the team of both the colleges, and my dear students. I welcome you all to this 3-day workshop on soft skill developments. This is the second workshop that we are organizing in collaboration with MSP Mundlej College, Parbhani. We are in the middle of the third wave, dear friends. Fortunately, the third wave has not been as intense as that was the, and that's why we are much relaxed during this third wave of COVID. There is no doubt that the education sector has one of the most affected areas due to this COVID pandemic. During Most of the classes have been conducted online everywhere in Maharashtra or in even we have conducted the theory and practical examinations also online. This has had its impact on the connect between the teacher and the student. So there is a lot of gap is created between a student and teacher. So that has been forbidden. And the normal academic activities as government has lifted and allowed the colleges to functions offline from 1st of February, just 2 days back. And I'm personally looking forward to our students returning to the institutions. It is very difficult to imagine. Literally, I'm staying in the campus 24/7. I'm available in the campus. When I saw that there is no student, no staff in the campus, you can imagine my pain that the person who is staying in the campus 24/7, and that is a no man's land since months together. My dear students, we are living in a highly competitive and globalized economy. And today, merely your degree does not guarantee standing in the job market. You need to have some extra skill, extra communications. And recently, I came across a report saying that about 80% of the students coming out of the India's colleges are unemployable. They are not getting the job. Your degree can only take you to the interview. You can face the interview. You can go to the interview table. To get a job, you will need to have some additional qualification besides your degree. You have to top up it with soft skills, which is very necessary in this highly globalized and technological world. Today, companies are looking for who not only have the qualification but also the soft skills. I mean, most of the companies have started their own training centers. If you train the candidates after selection, if they find that the candidates' soft skill is not good, then they started giving their training at their companies only. But if they get the students equipped with the degree and the soft skill both, so the chances of getting selection is very high. And that would help them to success in the role and the workplace also. You are expected to communicate effectively, friends. I'm talking to my friends here on YouTube that you are expected to communicate effectively with your seniors and the team members. You must have the skills to make and deliver, to put your ideas across to others. Any organization, like any employees who take the initiative at work, improve their own performance and inspire others to raise their soft skills such as positive attitude and problem solving abilities are important leadership qualities that you need to develop, that you need to have. Dear student, don't forget that these are the best years of your life. Make the best of the opportunities, because once the student life has gone, it will never come back. We always remember our student life also. So these are the best life that we are passing through. Of course, there are the hurdles due to corona pandemic, but nothing is impossible in this world. We are meeting virtually, even if there is a lot of restrictions. So don't forget that these are the best years of your life. make the best of opportunity yourself while you are in the college, while you are in the campus. I personally congratulate the accuracy of both the colleges, Dr. Rohidas Nitunde, Dr. Karthik Panikar, and the organizing team for organizing this workshop. I would like to thank all three resource persons, especially Dr. Saigita Pandit and Dr. Shilpa Gauri Prasad Ganpule, for agreeing to be a part of this important workshop of soft skill. I will attend all sessions sincerely. I appeal to the students, don't miss any of the sessions because you'll be getting a lot out of from this virtual conference workshop. So I hope that the student will attend it very sincerely, all the session, and will be benefited definitely from this workshop. I personally wish the workshop to all success and thank you for your patience system. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, sir. Thank you very much for being always with us and for being the catalyst that stimulated us to do our best and standing as a pillar of our strength. Though sir health is not well, but still he is with us to guide, and that's enough us to motivate. So thank you once again, sir. Now I would like to invite respected Dr. B.U. Jadhav, sir, Principal, Shri Shivaji College, Parbhani, for the welcome address.
Okay, thank you. Namaskar. Am I audible, ma'am?
Yes, sir, you are very much audible.
The Honorable Principal of J.M. Patel College, Bhandara, my friend Dr. Vikas Dobneji, Coordinator of Internal Quality Assurance Cell of both the colleges, Dr. Rohidas Nitunde and Dr. Karthik Panitkar, the Training and Placement Officer, Professor Jagtap, a faculty member from both the colleges, and dear student. I think more than 300 students are participated there. I'm pleased to state here that our collaboration for academic activities with mutual benefit of both the institutions is now being fruitful for the overall development of the student. I'm very much excited to see that in this 3-day state level soft skill development program, 3 renowned speakers from the prestigious institutes of our country are going to guide us, guide our students. I'm very much excited to see in this 3 days state level soft skill development program, both Sri Shivaji College Parbhani and J.M. Patel College Bhandara are distinguished educational institutes working with all-round progress of their students. We have a long tradition for conducting activities for developing soft skill and personality development of a student. Now we are doing it together. It will give new dimension to the lives of the students. Today, in the first lecture, our resource person, Professor Chittur ma'am, who is from Tata Institute of Social Science, Mumbai, will guide you all on the communication skill. In our tomorrow's session, Professor Vikram Pandit from Pune will teach you making successful presentation. And on the last day, Professor Shilpa Gauri from Pune will explain you how to develop leadership qualities. I'm sure all of these 3 resource persons and their presentations as well as guidance will give new dimension to your life. Friends, the college is committed to provide you all the opportunity, but you should also learn to take best of such program. So far, the next 3 days, you all students need to pay minute attention on this session. I would say that you must take a pen and notepad with you and write some important points, because it is very important for you for your interviews. I think after the graduation or when you go to any company for the interview, then you must have to prepare. and therefore you took pen and notepad also, prepared your notes and plan for your personality development. I believe that these 3 days are one of the golden days in your life. If you can decide and think positively, you can make master plan of your success in life. In these 3 days, I'm sure that you will not miss the opportunity. I wish you all the best for this learning experience. I also appreciate the effort taken by the Professor Karthik Pannikar and his team in organizing this program. Also, Mazen ma'am is there. I take this opportunity to congratulate the organizing team of both the colleges. And with these few words, I stop here. Thank you. Thank you very much. Again, warm evening to all of you, friends. You must attend this 3 days seminar. It is only for you. We arrange this only for you. And with this, I stop here. Thank you. Thank you very much. Namaskar.
Thank you. Thank you very much, sir, for your guidance and this wonderful welcome note. Now, it's my proud privilege to introduce today's resource person, Dr. Saigita Chittur, Assistant Professor, Center for Lifelong Learning, Tata Institute of Social Sciences, Mumbai. Dr. Saigita has obtained her doctoral degree from RTMNU Nagpur and received gold medal in graduation from Nagpur University. She has been interviewed on radio as Young Achiever in Yuva Vani Nagpur. She is the recipient of Bharat Vikas Award 2018 by Institute of Self-Reliance Bhubaneswar and recipient of Vedant Educator Excellence Award 2020 by Vedant Foundation, Rajkot. Recently, she has received Distinguished Achievement Award as a part of Global Academic Excellence Award 2021 by SSM Trust, Chennai. She has worked as an expert in the policy-making process of India, that is India National Policy 2020. She has developed curriculum of the certification and training program for the Arogya Mitra and Ayushman Mitras in Cancer Hospital. She is a certified soft skill trainer. She has carried out various research projects under Ministry of Youth Affairs and Sports. She has organized various training program, conferences, seminar, and published many research papers in reputed journals and books. Years working as professor at Institute of Social Sciences, Mumbai. Ma'am's biodata is so vast that it cannot be compiled in a simple 5 or 10 minutes. So now with this determination, now I invite Dr. Saigita Chittur to deliver her interactive talk on effective communication skill for successful life. Dr. Saigita ma'am.
Am I audible? Is the first statement. Every
Yes,
teacher
you are
asks.
very much audible, ma'am.
All right, because your internet is lagging, so I checked whether it's mine or is it yours. Okay, so at the outset, let me thank you. A big thanks to the organizers, especially Principal Dr. Vikas Domneji, GM Patel College, Bhandara, Principal Sir Dr. B.U. Jadhav Sir, Shri Shivaji College, Parbhani. I would like to switch my Wi-Fi. Just a moment, please. All right. I also like to other faculty, your friend Dr. Veena Mahajan. Secondly, I would like to thank all the students, attendees, and I believe the number is huge and there is a huge responsibility on my shoulder, at least for an hour or so. And to make the session, interesting is that through an online mode is a huge responsibility. And I take this opportunity and would like to give full justice to this 1 hour which both your colleges have invested, and also the time which students have invested in it. Can I be given share screen rights, ma'am?
Yes, ma'am.
1 second, let me check. Is my presentation visible?
It shows screen sharing.
I'll make it.
Yeah, it is visible.
It is visible, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So even before I start with my session, there are 2-3 things that I would like to share or inform to all the participants here, especially the students. That one is that this is a workshop, this is a session, so I'm not making it a lecture kind of a thing, and therefore I would want students to participate as much as possible and through all the modes that is available with you, either through YouTube or if you are on Zoom, if you're able to unmute yourself and speak whenever I ask you to do so, or whenever it is needed, or you have chat box, you can use that too, because the topic that is given to me is communication, and I don't want to just speak, and I would like to listen to others also. So use whichever modes that you have for interaction with me. Secondly, language is not a barrier, not a barrier at all for me. I'm comfortable with English, Hindi, Marathi, in whichever language that you want to communicate with me is fine. So there is no problem in language. All right. That's second. And third is that the topic is communication skills for successful life, or effective communication that you would like to call it. Is not a very different or a unique thing which you have heard for the first time. I'm sure you would have attended many such communication skills workshop, many such. There is a form which has come up on my screen. What do I do? Okay. Should I wait for some time, madam?
Just for a half a minute.
Okay. So people who are saying no, I would like to interact with them more than the ones who have said yes. See, this is not an exam, and I'm not going to question you on anything. So please don't be afraid or scared to talk with me. Okay, this is just a dialogue. It's a communication. We are going to chat with each other. I'm not going to ask you questions, and your teachers are not going to give you any marks on this. All right. Anyways, I'll put this down. Okay, and third thing is that what I was saying is that communication, leadership, these are the buzzwords, and you would have heard this everywhere. People are talking about communication skills, interview skills, soft skills. एक काफी सारी चीजें सुनते आए हैं, which is extremely important in our lives, especially for young students like you, because along with the hard skills, आपके पास में इस तरह के सॉफ्ट स्किल्स होने जरूरी हैं, बिकॉज वी आर ऑल ह्यूमन बींग्स, वी आर कनेक्टेड विद ईच अदर, एंड सिंस वी आर कनेक्टेड विद ईच अदर, the thing that binds us together is interpersonal skills and things like that. Okay, so all these are important, and so I'm saying that this is not new for you. Maybe you have attended this at some point of time. So for somebody who has already attended the session, just consider this as a refresher thing. And for somebody who's coming for the first time and hearing communication skills for the first time, put this you. And open your notebooks and pens, and I want this is not a question and answer session, but what we are going to do is we are going to reflect, we are going to think, and then we are going to talk. So some experiential kind of experience I want to give you. ये annotation हो रहा है, यदि वो disable करते हैं तो अच्छा रहेगा, because then and see students, I don't want to put any rules on you by your college teachers. I believe that you are all matured enough, okay? So, and I consider you all as equal in this whole discussion and in the entire 1 hour that I'm going to spend with you, okay? So we are going to just chat for an hour, all right? So wo annotations और वो सब please मत कीजिए, and don't spoil my presentation because आप ही को दिखेगा नहीं, all right? Is there any chat message for me? My voice is breaking. Okay. Is it still breaking?
Now it's not breaking.
Okay.
It's
ठीक है.
audible.
It's audible. Okay. Fine. So please take out your notebooks and आपको मुझे ये बताना है कि आपके लिए communication क्या होता है. What do you mean by communication? Okay. So just in a word or two, I don't want a proper definition. मुझे आपकी सिर्फ understanding क्या है वो देखनी है. So take a minute. Okay, good. Thank you, Ankur. So take a minute, okay, and please note down what is communication to you. Communication आपके लिए क्या है? What do you understand by communication? Okay. मैं कोई थ्योरी बुक से मुझे कोई डेफिनेशन नहीं चाहिए, कोई थ्योरिस्ट की डेफिनेशन मुझे नहीं चाहिए. आई वांट जस्ट अ सिंपल मीनिंग ऑफ कम्युनिकेशन. एंड कैन वन और टू ऑफ यू open your mic and speak? Okay, very good. Sharing of knowledge and information, it is important, yes. To interact, listen and understand someone, excellent. Any other responses? Interacting with किसी के साथ interact करने का तरीका, very good. Mode of interaction, good. To share thoughts, correct, correct, correct. So you are on right track. You and me are on right track, in fact. Okay, so I'll move on to my next slide. So this is what I have written. And please check यदि आप जो responses भेज रहे हैं और जो मैंने यहाँ पर लिखा है वो more or less similar है या नहीं है. Just do this for yourself. Okay, positive attitude, interaction with others, knowledge. Okay, very good, very good, very good. Okay, so इसमें से keywords देखिए. What have I written on my slide? So just pick the keywords from the slide. So the keywords for me are spoken, unspoken. Can somebody open your mic and speak? Keywords इसमें से आपको क्या नजर आ रहे हैं from this slide? Any student? I want you to only narrate the keywords from the slide. आपको क्या नजर आता है? Communication deals with spoken, unspoken, verbal, non-verbal, explicit and implicit messages. तो ये keywords है communication के. Communication is, as you all have said, one second, information, as you have said, it is exchange of messages, exchange of information, exchange of values, ideas, also feelings. Do you agree? Feelings भी exchange होते हैं. Raised hand. Okay. See, when I'm before this slide, no, I can't see anyone. Okay, 3 participants. Okay, fair enough. So you feel that even feelings are shared and conveyed, right? Okay. So communication just not deals with spoken or verbal or oral, but it is also to do with non-verbal. And what do you understand by non-verbal? What is non-verbal and verbal? Let me check. Check. Gestures, correct. What else? Touch is non-verbal, correct? Hey, don't write on my slide, please. Speech is verbal, right? Speech is verbal. Written, okay. Body language is non-verbal. Connected the words is verbal. Okay, so you have a fair understanding of what is verbal and what is non-verbal. Verbal is where you speak, words, speech, and non-verbal is your body language, your gestures and things like that. Okay, let us move on. Takes time to. Okay. Now, guys, you can see this picture on my screen. Please lower your hands now. All the participants, please lower your hands. हाँ, तो ये जो screen पे दिख रहा है, please one of you unmute yourself and speak, because so many messages I can't read at the same time. हाँ, तो ये picture में क्या हो रहा है? Unmute option unavailable. Okay, it's not enabled. Okay. So आपको क्या दिख रहा है यहाँ पर? One person is speaking and 3 people are sitting. All right? Is it not? So,
excuse me, ma'am.
Yes.
Veena ma'am is having the privileges to unmute the students. Those whoever raise their hands, ma'am can unmute them, and we can continue this interaction.
Okay, I think that will be good. Somebody is calling me. Is anybody calling from your side to me? No. All right. So, can the first 2 participants, who have raised their hands, can be unmuted, madam? Meher Kavya has raised her hand, and then Veena madam, can you allow some of them to speak?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, please.
Yeah.
I asked Meher Kavya to unmute.
Okay.
Good evening, ma'am.
Good evening, Meher. So what can you see on my screen?
I can see a boss just shouting on his colleagues without listening, I guess.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Yes,
It's
correct.
just one way communication that is happening.
Okay.
It's
Good.
just instructing them.
Okay. So one person is instructing while the others are
Not doing anything.
not
Like,
doing anything.
they're just
right?
listening.
They're only listening.
Yeah,
Yeah.
one-way communication.
Okay. So can I say that they are passive listeners? They're listening passively. Can I say that? All right. Thank you so much, Meher. Now I switch on to my other picture. Can you see something on the slide? Okay, they are passive listeners, correct? What can you see here in this slide? Can you see 2 people on the top and 2 people down? Yes.
Hello, ma'am. Good
Yes.
evening.
Good evening.
Yes, Linda speaking here. I
Yeah.
want to say that
two persons are speaking to each other, they are having a conversation, they are communicating, but not means he's not happy. The one person is happy, another one is feeling disappointed.
Okay. ओके फाइन. तो एक बंदा बात कर रहा है एंड दूसरा बंदा आई मीन एक बंदा हैप्पी है दूसरा अनहैप्पी है, बट स्टिल यू फील देयर इज सम
Hello.
Just 1 second, 1 second. My internet went away. Okay. So communication between two people is one is listening and the other one is saying, fine, fine, very good. So now tell me, and which you have already answered to my question. So which one was one way and which one was two way? Many of you have already stated it. So the first picture was one way or two way? The first picture. This one is one way or two way?
It's a one way, ma'am.
And this is two way, right?
Yes.
So you can differentiate between one way and two way?
Yes, ma'am.
And if you can also notice that हमारे शहरों में और गांव में, not गांव particularly in urban areas, हमें one way और two way रहता है. And जब आप one way से जाते हो गलती से, then what happens? आप one way में चले जाते हैं, so क्या होता है? उसके consequences होते हैं, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. And two ways का कोई problem नहीं है. So you follow the lane, you follow the traffic rules and everything is fine. कोई accidents होने के chances नहीं होते. There are no consequences. गलत consequences नहीं है. But one way में you have to be extremely careful. And if आपको मालूम नहीं होता है और आप चले जाते हो, तो then there is a problem. So same thing happens with communication also. Please close your mic, whoever is on, please. So what we say is that in a one-way communication, what happens is there is only a person who's speaking and speaking and speaking while others are passive listeners. So इसमें communication complete होता है क्या? It doesn't complete, right? When a person is saying or speaking, others have to listen also. And there has to be a written reply or a written message, which is not happening. So वो cycle complete नहीं होता है. So this is not communication. But in some cases, कहीं कहीं पर one-way communication होता है and it is necessary. But in general sense, one-way communication is not effective at all. क्योंकि आप सिर्फ information दे रहे हो, आप सिर्फ बता रहे हो, दूसरों की सुन नहीं रहे हो. So this is not a proper and effective communication. Do you get me? Are you with me?
Yes, ma'am.
Let me look at the chats. Yes. Okay. All right. जहां पर भी आपको लगे that I'm going fast, slow, or whichever manner, please interrupt me and एंड मैं फिर आपके साथ ही चलूंगी. ओके, ऑल राइट, वेरी गुड. सो कुछ जो स्कूल्स ऑफ थॉट है, कुछ थ्योरीज जो कहते हैं कि ये वन वे कम्युनिकेशन ही नहीं होता है, क्योंकि ये तो सिर्फ एक तरफा बात है. सिर्फ आप इंफॉर्मेशन बम्बार्ड कर रहे हो और आइडियाज दे रहे हो. यू आर नॉट टेकिंग anybody else's views and ideas, and you are not even listening to others. All right, so this one way communication is not at all encouraged by people. Now, one second, all the time I have to put this down. Okay, so then what is two-way communication? Is just the opposite of one-way communication, where two people are talking. They're not just talking, but they're also listening to each other, and they're trying to understand each other and things like that. Now tell me, अभी मैं जो आपके साथ बातचीत कर रही हूँ या ये सेशन ले रही हूँ, is it a one-way communication or a two-way communication? Tell me guys, fast. Okay, how many of you are saying two-way and how many of you are with one way? कितने one way वाले हैं? Is it one way happening or two ways? Okay, messages are going so fast. Two-way communication, two-way. How many of you are with one way? Okay, two-way. Okay, I can understand you. And how come it is two-way? You're not able to speak, no? You have been unmuted. You have not been given the rights. So how come it will be a two-way process? Okay. So if you're not unmuted, then it cannot be a two-way communication. Am I audible or not?
You are audible, ma'am.
Okay, fine. So even if you are not able to speak, dear students, you have the opportunity to write, right, in the chat boxes. So to a large extent, it is a two-way communication. It's not that I'm just, going on with my own stuff, but I'm also going along with you, reading your messages and trying to, chat with you and be with you as much as possible. Okay, so this is to a large extent two-way communication that is happening now. If this was an offline or a classroom session, then it would have been wonderful. But anyways, this is there are advantages and disadvantages of having an online session. Okay, now tell me, already, a context has been set by Dr. Veena Mahajan and also principal sirs. They have already explained you the need of soft skills and how important it is and why is it important. Now I would like to know from you that why is communication necessary, and is it at all necessary? Can we live without communicating with each other? If there is no communication, like if we don't talk to each other, what will happen? Is there any harm? Will we lose anything if we don't communicate with each other? Is it necessary to communicate at all? It makes our life simple. We can express our thoughts, no sharing of feelings. Okay, but you are communicating, no, with each other, especially during COVID times. What are you all doing? You're sitting, guys, are you able to see my video? Am I visible by any chance? Please put it in the chat box.
Yes,
can you see my
ma'am.
video? Okay, all right, because I'm using my hand gestures also. Hello, please don't do that. Okay, thank you. So so you are texting, you are always on WhatsApps, all right, and you are communicating, is it not? So chatting, calling, social media in pandemic, yes. So, do you find any difference between talking and, chatting, texting, as you say, on your mobile phones? Do you find any difference in this too? And which one is better for you? Which one is better for you?
Talking.
Talking is better. Okay. How many of you agree with this? Talking is better and chatting, is not okay. Is not so much interesting. Okay. Talking is better. So, and then the second thing is like COVID se pehle and COVID ke situation mein, which was better when you were going out with your friends, talking, chatting, laughing? Was that better, or this is better where you are sitting at home chatting and you have access to your phones? आप बहुत बार फोन पे ही रहते हैं and you have the facility to talk in. Which is better? अभी का better है या पहले का better है?
पहले का.
पहले का better है? पहले का better था? Okay. All right. Okay. So what will happen if you stop chatting with people? Before now the situation, in the current situation, यदि आपने बात करना बंद कर दिया, आपके social network में बात करना बंद कर दिया है, and आपने what do you say, chatting करना बंद कर दिया है, so what will happen? क्या loss होने वाला है? कुछ होने वाला है क्या? You will still continue to do your classes, you will still continue to do your assignments and things like that. Feeling loneliness, पर depression में आते होंगे, all right. Relationship is not good, yes. True. Yes. So, it will lead to depression. I understand. Depression though is a big word and बहुत last में होता है. Mental stress will increase. Yes. Okay. Will not feel well. Depression मत बोलो. It's a big word. It's a big word. Mental health stress बोलो. Isolation. Very good. Isolation is there. Not good for mental health. Yes. So I'm happy that you guys feel that it is important to communicate. I'm not just saying talking. Talking is just part of communication. All right. So communication is necessary. It's not necessary just to talk, but also to listen. All right. So these are various components of communication. We will see in our further slides. But I'm happy that you agree with me on this. Ki communication necessary hai. Okay. So let me also put down my points here. This takes a lot of time to shift. Okay. So if there is communication, a proper communication, there is clarification of doubts, है ना? Misconceptions आप दूर कर सकते हैं. Both parties can understand each other. There is exchange of feedback. And last but very important thing is degree of respect. Okay. So think of any situation where आपको सिर्फ सुनना पड़ता है. Okay, आप सिर्फ सुनते रहते हो and you are not given the space to talk. You're not given the space to express. How would you feel? So if it's just a one-way communication, what would you feel? Will you respect that person? And for how long? Is it not? There is a point. एक threshold तक, right? एक threshold तक आप सुनेंगे, but then you will feel like, oh my God, I mean, too much. मुझे तो कोई बोलने का चांस ही नहीं मिल रहा है. मैं तो सिर्फ सुनते ही आ रही हूँ, सुनता आ रही हूँ, right? So to keep that degree of respect between the two parties, it is necessary to have a two-way communication. And why two-way communication and communication skills are necessary? Because these are basic, central, I would say, part of any interactions. जो भी हम transactions करते हैं as human beings, with human beings, or with nature, or with animals and things like that, we transact with them, we interact with them. और हमारा interaction कैसे होता है? Communication के through ही होता है, through the words that you choose, through your speech, through आपका लैंग्वेज जो आप यूज करते हैं, थ्रू ऑल दिस मीन्स यू कम्युनिकेट, राइट? और कम्युनिकेशन इतना पावरफुल है, इट इज सो पावरफुल दैट यू कैन मेक अ पर्सन फील एम्पावर्ड. ऑन द अदर हैंड यू कैन इवन डीमीन अ पर्सन. किससे होता है? आप कहते हैं ना कि वो तीर छुट जाता है तो वापस नहीं आ सकता है. इट इज दैट पावरफुल. एक बार जो तीर कमान से निकल जाता है, यू कैन नॉट टेक देम बैक. योर वर्ड्स आर एक्सट्रीमली इंपॉर्टेंट. सो एक वर्ड से, आपके स्पीच से, आपके कॉन्वर्सेशन से आप किसी को एम्पावर कर सकते हैं, मोटिवेट कर सकते हैं. एट द सेम टाइम you can also demean, humiliate people. People can feel biased, they can feel discriminated because of your words, because body language is important. Yes, I agree. Now we are we will focus on only verbal, because I'm given just 1 hour's time and I don't want to burden you with so much information and skill set ki aap बाद में वो ऊपर ओवरफ्लो हो जाए. सो आई डोंट वांट टू, आई वांट टू गिव इतना जितना आप एब्जॉर्ब कर सकते हो एंड प्रैक्टिस कर सकते हो. सी गाइस, दिस इज अ स्किल्स वर्कशॉप. ये थ्योरी क्लास नहीं, आपको मगअप नहीं करना है, आपको प्रैक्टिस करनी है. ओके, so whatever I am teaching you and training you on today is for practice, and with practice you will become an effective communicator. If you keep a tap on, or if you become aware of certain things, जो छोटी छोटी बारीक बारीक चीजें आज मैं बताने वाली हूँ, please don't do that. Students, you all are undergraduate students, please remove that. Okay, so so what I was saying is ki, so the small things which I'm telling you now, especially in verbal communication, is for you to practice. आप aware हो जाएंगे, आप notice करेंगे आपके speech और उसको, I think there will be a lot of improvement in you, but बशर्ते आपने practice करनी है. So communication, yeah. Okay, so through this session, what we are going to do is we are going to see and become aware of our tone, the words, our speech, in order to communicate better, in order to improve our relationships, because communication से ही हमारा रिश्ता जो है या relationship जो है या strengthen हो सकता है या टूट सकता है. That's the basic thing, and therefore it's important to communicate properly and effectively. And this is how you can also, and this communication skills is helpful not just for you for using it in your personal lives, but आपके professional lives जब आप आगे जाएंगे and jobs करेंगे, वहां पर भी communication जो है extremely important रहने वाला है. All right, are we going slow, are we going fast? कितना time है हमारे पास? We have not even started. Okay, so please remember, it's not a one-way street. एक one-way lane में आप मत जाइए, आप दो-way street रखिए. जब आप बोलने की ताकत रखते हैं तो सुनने की भी ताकत रखिए. And listening is extremely important. Okay, and sometimes we say silence is also important. Okay, I may increase. Okay, silence is also an important tool. Sometimes when you don't feel like talking, when you don't like listening, you can keep silence, and that's also another way of communication. So in this session we are going to see two kinds of communication skills, verbal and non-verbal. But non-verbal हम touch नहीं करने वाले हैं because it will take another 1 or 2 hours. I'm only going to concentrate on verbal communication skills. Other than this two communication skills, are there any other kind of communication skills that you know, guys? Verbal और नॉन वर्बल तो मैंने डिस्क्लोज कर दिया है. इसके अलावा आपको कोई और कम्युनिकेशन स्किल्स आपने सुना है, पढ़ा है? प्लीज टेल मी. Yes, visual. Excellent, Deepak.
Ma'am, written.
Yes, written, visual, verbal and non-verbal, right?
Even okay. Mass communication, ma'am, like
हाँ, या वो मोड्स हो जाएंगे, वो चैनल्स है. ऑल राइट, So वो थोड़ा टेक्निकल इसमें होता है, but these are soft skills.
Okay, ma'am.
I'm sorry, but this doesn't go away. Takes time. Not moving at all. Okay. So as I said, in verbal communication, वही हम focus करने वाले हैं in another 20 to 25 minutes of the time that I have. इसके 3 important elements है. One is speaking. Other could be. Second could be what?
Listening.
Very good. And third could be?
Reading.
Communication.
Reading is communication. Is reading communication? Responding. Okay. Yes. So second is listening, and third somebody said responding, exactly, which is like giving feedback. Okay. So there are 3 important elements to verbal communication. Speaking है, listening है, and feedback है. So हम देखने वाले हैं ये सारी चीजें बहुत briefly. Okay. So if you can see in the first column, I have aspects of speaking. If you can read it for yourself, speed है, tone है, pitch है, degree of formality है, receiving, Gulshan receiving, Diksha understanding. Yes, correct. ये तो process का part है. Okay. Whatever you have stated in the chat is absolutely correct, and it is part of the process. Language is one part of it. Yes, language is one part of it. Yes, and we are going to see a little bit of language also there. As you can see in my first column, speed है, tone है, pitch है, degree of formality, loudness and language. ये speaking के aspects हैं जो हम देखने वाले हैं. Aspects of listening में active listening, environment, emotional climate और discrimination हम देखेंगे. And in the last column, as you can see, it is retain, increase and decrease. This is the mantra that we have made for giving and receiving feedback. Okay, so let's go one by one. Is there anything in the chat for me? Yes, silence also, I said that. Silence, Facebook, WhatsApp, ठीक है, these are other modes. But आप करते क्या है उसमें? या तो visual डालेंगे, या तो बात करेंगे, या तो आप written करेंगे, right? So those things are important. ये तो आपका मीडिया हो गया कि कौन से चैनल से आपका ये जो communication जो है वो जा रहा है. Yes, Madhura, I agree with you. Silence is also important. Please don't do this. Please don't annotate on the slides, because there are so many students and participants here, they will not be able to see anything. Thank you, thank you. Please erase this. Okay. So now let's come to the first part of aspect of speaking. Okay. Indicates the emotional state of the speaker. Example, anger, excitement, anxiety, a state of heightened emotion that in turn can create similar agitation in the other party, can annoy and irritate, difficult to concentrate and hard to follow. Did you guys follow? What did I say? Don't read the stuff on my slide, but did you follow what I said just now?
No,
Yes,
ma'am.
ma'am. No, ma'am.
No. Yeah, and why couldn't you understand? Somebody already gave the answer, because
Because of the speed that you have chosen to speak.
Absolutely right. Why you couldn't understand my words was because I spoke really fast. बहुत speed में मैंने बात की है, right?
Yes, ma'am.
तो क्या होता है? तो आप फास्ट स्पीच देते हो या फास्ट बात करते हो, तो प्रॉब्लम कहाँ होता है? प्रॉब्लम होता है क्योंकि सामने वाला इरिटेट हो सकता है, सामने वाला अनॉयड हो सकता है, ठीक है? सामने वालों को समझ में नहीं आता है कि आप क्या बोलने जा रहे हो. इट इज डिफिकल्ट टू कॉन्सेंट्रेट कि आप क्या बोलना चाह रहे हो, वो कुछ समझ में नहीं आएगा इफ यू काइंड ऑफ, हाँ, वी वर अनेबल टू, यस, इंटरप्रिटेशन इज अ प्रॉब्लम, अंडरस्टैंडिंग इज अ प्रॉब्लम, ओके। एंड मेनी अ टाइम्स जब कोई फास्ट बात करता है, इट इंडिकेट्स योर इमोशनल स्टेट। कौन से इमोशनल स्टेट्स हो सकते हैं व्हेन यू स्पीक फास्ट? It can be anger, it can be excitement, it can be anxiety. So out of this emotions, you know you speak fast. और जब आप फास्ट स्पीक करते हो, सामने वाला समझ पाएगा क्या? नो, समझ नहीं पाएगा, डिफिकल्ट है। हाँ, एंगर में भी आप जल्दी जल्दी में बोलते हो। तो आप नोटिस कीजिए कब आप फास्ट स्पीच करते हैं, कब आप स्पीड में बात करते हैं, एंड उस वक्त ही अपने आप को समझ के, नोट करके उस पे एक्ट करने की आपको कोशिश करनी है। तो फास्ट स्पीच इज नॉट गुड, ओके। यस, यस, ओके, आई गॉट इट। On the contrary, if I go, please keep your please unmute yourself, please unmute yourself, students. Okay, so now let's come to slow speech. यदि मैं बहुत ही धीरे से बात करती हूँ, can be an indicator of, so ऐसे बात करने से भी चलेगा क्या? Sometimes you talk very slow, आवाज स्लो नहीं, स्पीड में कह रही हूँ, स्पीड स्लो है, या हाँ, तो आपको कैसे परसीव किया जाता है कि यू डोंट हैव कॉन्फिडेंस, है ना? Or maybe you're not interested in the conversation that you are having with a person, or maybe you are tired or you're stressed out. तो आपका इमोशनल स्टेट दिखता है जब आप स्लो बात करते हो, स्लो स्पीड में बात करते हो। समटाइम्स पीपल में फाइंड यू दैट यू आर डिफेंडिंग समथिंग, डिफेंसिव हो रहे हैं, आपके पास कॉन्फिडेंस नहीं है, या मे बी आपके आप में इंटरेस्ट नहीं है इन यू नो कंटिन्यूइंग विद दैट कॉन्वर्सेशन। So slow speech again, if at times you go with this speed, so please remember that this is not the good way of communication, and this is going to make the things worse. आप उल्टा communication effective बनाने के बजाय आप क्या करेंगे, उसको उल्टा कर देंगे। So remember, you know, and keep a track on how are you speaking, fast है या slow है, ये आपने देखना है, okay? Now we come to the very important part of the aspect of speaking, that is tone. Tone एक ऐसी चीज है जो जिसका एक बहुत ही इम्पैक्ट, एक बहुत बड़ा इन्फ्लुएंस होता है in the relationship building, in the process of communication. Tone has an important role to play. No matter what words you choose, no matter how good words you choose for your speech, अच्छा language आपने choose किया है, vocabulary, no, आपके words बहुत अच्छे, but if your tone is not correct, if your tone is wrong, if it is not good, if it is a negative tone, it is going to have an impact on the person with whom you are talking, all right? सो टोन जो है आपका एटीट्यूड दिखाता है, ओके। टोन के साथ साथ आपका बॉडी लैंग्वेज भी जो है वो बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट होता है। यू आर यूजिंग नाइस वर्ड्स, स्वीट वर्ड्स, but there is something else on your face, there is something else when you're what you're doing with your hands shows your attitude. So आप जब बात करते हैं, कॉन्वर्सेशन करते हैं, कम्युनिकेशन करते हैं, आपके टोन का ध्यान रखना आपको बहुत बहुत जरूरी है। Your tone will show your attitude towards that person. Are you approving the person? Are you disapproving the person? आप वो पर्सन को क्लोजनेस करके आप बात कर रहे हैं या आपको वो पर्सन को डिस्टेंट करना है? Are you wanting to maintain that relationship and friendship? Are you wanting to break it? तो आपके टोन पे ये बहुत निर्भर होता है। It also shows your emotional state. Any aspect of speaking, whether high, low, anything, any extremes will have the emotional, it will convey the emotional state, you know, of your mind. So tone बहुत important है। Then pitch. पिच, यदि आपने संगीत सीखा है और इफ यू हैव नॉलेज ऑफ पिच, यू नो हाई पिच एंड लो पिच एंड थिंग्स लाइक दैट, वो भी जरूरी है. देयर आर पीपल हु टॉक एंड दे विल ऑलवेज एंड एट अ हाई नोट, एट अ हाई पिच. उनके सारे सेंटेंसेस एक इंटरोगेटिव फॉर्म में रहते हैं, एक प्रश्नार्थक उनके सेंटेंसेस होते हैं. सो ऐसे लोगों की भाषा या ऐसे लोगों से बात करना हर वक्त अच्छा नहीं लगता है. इट इज डिफिकल्ट. जो आप बोलते हैं ना पूर्ण विराम या फुल स्टॉप, उनमें नहीं रहता है. वो हाई नोट पे वो एंड करते हैं. एंड देयर आर पीपल हु विल टॉक एट अ फ्लैट पिच. इवन दैट इज वेरी डिफिकल्ट. तो आप वो कंटिन्यू कर ही नहीं सकते, वो कम्युनिकेशन है ना, वहीं पर स्टॉप हो जाता है. एंड काफी इरिटेटिंग भी लगता है यदि वो हाई पिच ले या फ्लैट पिच से हमसे बात करते हैं, तो इट बिकम्स एक्सट्रीमली डिफिकल्ट टू
Excuse me,
interact with
ma'am.
the person. Yes, bolo.
Ma'am, what is difference between tone and pitch?
Tone is attitude. Pitch is like it is somewhat connected to your loudness. Abhi, if I will ask you, what's your name? What is
Sakshi.
Sakshi? Sakshi, what is your name? What is
Sakshi,
your
ma'am.
name? Yeah. So how did I ask you? मेरा pitch कैसा था?
It was loud.
Loud तो था ही, उसके साथ में क्या था? Interrogative था, प्रश्नार्थक फॉर्म में था.
Yes.
Even if एक assertive sentence है, उसको भी मैं क्वेश्चन में ही फॉर्म में पूछती हूँ, तो वो है हाई पिच. आप अपने गिटार देखा होगा या कोई म्यूजिकल इंस्ट्रूमेंट यदि आप देखते हैं तो आपको मालूम पड़ेगा हाई पिच और लो पिच क्या है. ओके, सो मे बी यू कैन रीड मोर ऑन दैट. All right.
Okay, ma'am. Got
Yes.
it.
Yeah. Okay, let's come to this degree of formality, and this is extremely important for you students because very soon you will be into market, into job sector, और ये आपके लिए बहुत बहुत important चीज है. And do you guys understand informal and formal spaces? Do you understand what is a formal space, formal situation, informal situation? नहीं? Yes, yes. Okay, so let me ask you this. अभी हम जहां बैठे हैं, ठीक है, कुछ कंप्यूटर के पीछे है और कुछ कंप्यूटर के सामने है. ये कैसा सिचुएशन है? What is this space? Is it a formal space or is it an informal space?
Ma'am, it's informal.
Informal space है?
Formal.
Formal space.
Formal spaces.
formal space.
Exactly. और formal spaces के examples दीजिए please. Give me some more examples of where you have this
classroom, offices,
very good,
lectures,
interviews,
presentations,
of yes, bang, yeah. Okay, excellent. So you know it. So formal spaces मतलब जैसे अभी आप चैट में भी देख रहे हो, क्लासरूम, टॉकिंग विद फ्रेंड्स कैसे फॉर्मल हो गया भाई?
Informal.
हाँ, informal. So ये informal का example है. Talking with your friends, the space that you have, at home with your family members, वो informal spaces है. Okay. So formal and informal spaces you can differentiate it now well. अभी क्या होता है, गड़बड़ होता है जब आप formal situation में informally बात करते हैं and vice versa. So एक फॉर्मल सिचुएशन है और आपने वहां इनफॉर्मली बात कर ली. ओके, सो व्हाट विल हैपन? हाउ विल यू बी परसीव्ड? आपको कैसे देखेंगे लोग? फॉर्मल सिचुएशन है, क्लासरूम है, इंटरव्यू है. टेक द एग्जांपल ऑफ इंटरव्यू. आपका इंटरव्यू चल रहा है और आपने इनफॉर्मल टॉक कर दिया. हाँ, बैड इंप्रेशन हो जाए, या रूड, आपको रूड समझेंगे, शॉक्ड हो जाएंगे, बैड इंप्रेशन होगा. इज इट नॉट? Or they may feel that you are arrogant, you are hard-hearted. So आपको फिर नौकरी मिलेगी क्या? Difficult है, chances कम हो जाएंगे. So formal situation में किस तरह का communication और behavior रखना है? हमें formally ही रखना है. And vice versa, imagine the situation कि आप शादी में जा रहे हैं, okay? And you are behaving in a formal manner. How will people look at you? Tell me.
They will think we are PK.
They will think also that we have attitude.
Attitude problem
They
है.
will think that we are not interested to talk with them.
ओके यस, तो फिर आपसे पास आएंगे क्या वो बात करने? नहीं, वो तो दूर जाएंगे। ये स्ट्रेंजली दे विल लुक एट अस कि इसको क्या हो गया है, कल तक तो
In
ठीक
fact,
था
they
ये
will
अभी।
make laugh of us.
हंसेंगे देख के कि ये क्या बन गया, ये कैसे बातें कर रहा है। सो दे विल ऑल्सो मेक मॉकरी ऑफ अस। तो हंसेंगे भी, या कुछ कुछ लोग हमारे पास आएंगे ही नहीं बात करने के लिए। दे विल नॉट सोशलाइज विद अस, दे विल जस्ट लीव अस। सो डिग्री ऑफ फॉर्मेलिटी, ये स्पेसेस देखने और डिफरेंशिएट करने हमारे लिए बहुत बहुत जरूरी है। नाउ आई गिव यू एन लाइव एग्जांपल. As I said, in the beginning of my session, I said to my dear friend, Dr. Veena Mahajan, okay? And let me tell you, please keep your mics on mute, please, for the moment. Somebody's mic is on. Mukund Raut, please switch
Yes,
it
ma'am.
off. Yes, switch कर लीजिए, switch off कीजिए. Are you guys listening to me? Yeah,
Yes,
thank
ma'am.
you
Yes, ma'am.
so much. Thank you so
Yes,
much.
ma'am.
Please आपके friends के manage कीजिए. If somebody's mic is on, I think you should act and ask your friends to keep it on mute. Okay, thank you so much. So what I was saying is कि मैंने यही आज का ही example दिया. This starting में what is the time now? Am I exceeding my time? Okay, it's 6:08. Okay. So I said Dr.
Hello,
Veena.
ma'am.
Yes.
Ma'am, my question is when I am speaking, I am stammer.
No problem. No problem. So आप आप chat message use कर सकते हैं. आप chat message use कीजिए. और are you asking me something? आपको कुछ पूछना है क्या?
Yes, ma'am.
हाँ बोलिए.
Ma'am, when I am speaking, I am stammer. Please solution.
See, stammering may, I think there are some therapies. I'm not sure if you have taken medical help. यदि वहां से कुछ हो सकता है तो लेकिन I don't think communication में आप या आपके तरह के जितने भी और लोग जो problems face करते हैं उनके लिए कुछ problem होगा. I think people are sensitive enough to understand the problems that you're facing. Okay. और यही मैं आगे भी कुछ मेरे स्लाइड्स में उसमें बोलने वाली हूँ कि आपके लिए प्रॉब्लम नहीं है. आप जैसे बात करते हैं, लेट इट गो नेचुरली. सो डोंट हेसिटेट एंड डोंट स्टॉप टॉकिंग. यदि आपका प्रॉब्लम है स्टैमरिंग का, आई थिंक हम सबके साथ में कुछ ना कुछ होता ही है. इवन आई स्टैमर एट टाइम्स, बट आपका स्पिरिट अप डाउन मत कीजिए. डोंट थिंक दैट पीपल विल लाफ एट यू, दे विल मेक मॉकरी ऑफ यू. डोंट थिंक ऑफ दैट. आपका काम, आपका कम्युनिकेशन, आपकी बातचीत आप कंटिन्यू रखिए. ओके. देर आर गुड पीपल, देर आर पीपल हु आर अंडरस्टैंडेबल एंड हु विल बी सेंसिटिव टू यू. सो ये वर्ल्ड उतनी क्रूएल नहीं है. ऑल राइट. So keep faith and you continue speaking. So and take some medical help or therapies. यदि उससे कुछ आपको फायदा मिलता है तो well and good, clinically and medically. But as far as talking is concerned, I don't think उसमें कोई problem है आपका stammering से. Okay.
Thank you, ma'am.
Okay. Okay. So वापस से वही example पे आ रही हूँ. So let me tell you that Veena is my dearest friend. Veena madam is my dearest friend. But since this was a formal situation, did I call her by her name here in this forum? Did I call her by name? I could have said Veena, but did I say that? No. Why I didn't say? Because this is a formal situation. This is a formal space and I cannot address her as Veena here because there are 400 people sitting before me and there are, yes, it's a formal platform, so I can't call her by name. So now you understand the difference? Yes, good. So let's move on, and I'll take you through this little fast. So loudness and quiet speech, I think इसको ज़्यादा explanation की ज़रूरत नहीं है. You understand जब कोई जोर से बात करता है या चिल्ला के बात करता है, तो you know what the person, how the person is perceived to be, is it not? या तो वो फियर है या एंगर है या एंजाइटी है, एंड मोस्ट ऑफ द टाइम्स जब एंगर होता है वो फियर की वजह से ही एंगर आता है या एंजाइटी की वजह से एंगर होता है. एंड देन हाउ यू रिएक्ट इज यू रेज योर वॉइस. तो आप बहुत जोर से बात करते हैं क्योंकि आपका फियर है, आपका एंजाइटी होता है. बट आपको कैसे लोग परसीव करेंगे कि ये फियरफुल आदमी है, एग्रेसिव है, दे वुड नॉट वांट टू कंटिन्यू विथ यू. सो ये लाउड स्पीच या लाउडनेस का ये इम्पैक्ट हो सकता है. ऑन द अदर हैंड, क्वाइट स्पीच sometimes will has the ability to calm somebody. सब आप नॉर्मल बात करते हो, धीरे से अच्छे से बात करते हो, देन people think कि okay, matured person है, confident person है, there is an ability to calm also. but कुछ लोग कैसे क्या समझते हैं कि इनमें confidence नहीं है, I think the person is not interested and things like that. So you are perceived in both the ways. Now coming to language and to the student I spoke just now, be extremely careful when you are choosing your language. Your words are extremely important. बहुत सारा स्टीरियोटाइपिंग होता है, लेबलिंग होता है, डीमीनिंग वर्ड्स हम यूज करते हैं जिससे लोग जो है वो डीमीन हो सकते हैं, इंसल्टेड हो सकते हैं, they may feel bad. So what are the words that we use? हम क्या यूज करते हैं? Instead of victim, use the word survivor. Please keep your eyes, ears and things open, and see around कि आपके तरफ Meher, if we have time then we can take it at the end, because I have something and I want to complete it. Yes. We'll just keep your questions in the parking lot. So instead of victim, use the word survivor. एक dignified word use कीजिए. आप कहते हैं अबला नारी is a very deep meaning phrase. अबला नारी ऐसा कुछ, it's a stereotyping. आप कहते हैं लड़कों को क्या लड़कियों जैसे रो रहे हो, you are crying like a girl, is also a demeaning phrase or a word. आप easily कह देते हैं लंगड़ा, लूला. No, what are the words that you have to use? Because every person needs dignity, every person needs respect. So people with disability is the right term. So look out for those terminologies where which is used in our surroundings. आप ऐसे ही, and please keep your mics on silent mode, please, students. Komal. मी म्हणलो तरी Komal, can you please keep your Komal, can you hear me? Komal, can you hear me?
नाही मी नव्हे, दुसरी कोमल किती वाट लागले. चतुर्वेदी चौधरी
I think Veena madam, अभी आप ना disable कर दीजिए. I think it's high time, because otherwise we will not complete this portion.
Okay.
Okay, thank you so much. Now, you can use the chat boxes. If you have few more examples to give, तो आप chat box में डाल दीजिए. Okay, please open your notebooks. And before we move on to the next part, I want you to reflect or write 3 things that you have learned so far. and you will have to put it in chat also.
इधर से गाड़ी जाने को कितने बजे? 8-9 बजे.
लिख लिया आपने? अभी तक आपने जो भी सुना है, पढ़ा है, सीखा है, I want you to note down 3 things that you have learned so far. Done, students? आपको सिर्फ वर्ड्स लिखने हैं कि आपने क्या सीखा है. Importance of language, right usage of words, tone, pitch, how to practice English. मैंने English की तो बात ही नहीं की है. I only said verbal communication. I never said English और हिंदी और मराठी. मैंने ऐसा कुछ भी नहीं बोला है. See, all languages are important. ठीक है? Not just English. And communication is not equivalent to English language. Communication English language नहीं है. ना ही communication मराठी या मलयालम है. No, it is much more. It is a broader thing. आपका language जो है वो एक part है communication का. Okay. Meaning of communication, aspect of speaking, importance of listening actively, how much communication is important. Yes, Sandhya, proper words, need of communication. Komal, good, excellent. Lina, language, how to improve. Okay. Should be two-way depending upon person. Sheikh, yes. Pooja, great going. Okay. So how much time do we have now? Madam, मेरे पास में और कितना वक्त है? Because accordingly I'll go.
Hello, ma'am, 10 to 15 minutes.
Okay, fine. Thanks. So let's come to active listening. अभी तक हमने speaking का part देखा है. All right. अभी हम active listening के तरफ आ रहे हैं. And I'll take you a little faster from here. So कितने लोग active listening कर रहे हैं यहाँ पर? Are you all actually listening to me?
Yes, ma'am.
All the 244 participants? I don't think so.
Yes,
पहले देखो, there were 300 something participants.
Yes,
Now they have
ma'am.
reduced. The number is decreasing.
There were 348.
That's what. Now look at the numbers. 343 to 42. Yeah. So okay. So only 10 participants are listening to this session actively, while others are listening. Not that they are not listening, but they're also occupied with some other things. अभी हमने सुना काफी सारे mics on थे. काफी सारे mics जब on थे, we could understand कि people are busy with some other things also. So when you are doing multiple things या आप एक से ज्यादा चीजें कर रहे हो एक साथ, तो आप active listening नहीं कर पाएंगे. All right. So if you are doing one thing, it's better that you do only one thing. Now see, Deepika Deshmukh, उनका भी mic on था, so we can hear what are people doing. Is it not? So we understand. So there is a difference between active listening and only listening. Okay. So when you're actively listening, you are paying full attention. You are understanding the person. You are exactly experiencing the same thing, or trying to understand what the other person is saying or speaking. That is active listening. तो हम अपने लाइफ में now just reflect, take 2-3 minutes कि हम कहाँ पर हम एक्टिव लिसनिंग करते हैं और कहाँ पर हम प्योर सिर्फ लिसनिंग करते हैं. क्या हम क्लासरूम्स में एक्टिव लिसनिंग करते हैं या सिर्फ लिसनिंग करते हैं?
Active listening.
Are you sure? Are you sure?
Active listening,
ma'am.
it depends upon our
Classroom,
ऑफिस में यस, क्योंकि आपको मार्क्स लेने हैं ना, आपको एग्जाम पास करना है, तो आप एक्टिव लिसनिंग करते हो. इज इट नॉट? और कहाँ पर आप सिर्फ लिसनिंग करते हो?
public place, ma'am.
पब्लिक प्लेस में आप सिर्फ लिसनिंग करते हो, ओके. व्हाट अबाउट फैमिली मेंबर्स एंड द कम्युनिकेशन कन्वर्सेशंस दैट यू हैव एट होम, वहां पे आप क्या करते हैं? एक्टिव लिसनिंग करते हैं कि सिर्फ लिसनिंग? एक्टिव लिसनिंग. आर यू श्योर?
Partially,
Are
it
you
depends on the
sure?
conversation.
I'm listening only.
Depends on the conversation, ma'am.
Yes, yes,
Only
I know.
sometimes.
That's what मम्मी बार बार बोलती है, ये फोन को साइड में रखो, साइड में रखो. So do you listen to her? I don't think you all are lying. I know. Even I have a daughter, teenage daughter. कोई active listening नहीं करता है. Okay. All right. And vice versa. We also as parents many a times don't listen, right? So this is the problem, and therefore communication कैसा होने वाला, effective होगा क्या? No, it is a two-way process. No, दोनों तरफ से साथ में होना चाहिए. Okay. Avoid jumping to conclusion or labeling. So when you are having this conversation, active listening means avoid your temptation to interrupt. बहुत लोगों को आदत होती है ना, सामने वाला बोलता ही नहीं है and you immediately जब ऐसा है क्या, वैसा है क्या, उधर है क्या. So you need to resist the temptation to interrupt. सामने वाला complete कर ले, then you speak. So that is active listening. Avoid jumping. आपको कोई conclusion या interpretation ये सब करना ही नहीं है. The person is only talking and he wants you to listen. आपको इससे ज्यादा कुछ करने की जरूरत नहीं. उन्होंने मांगा ही नहीं ना, आपसे एडवाइस मांगा है ना, आपको बोला है कंक्लूजन निकालने, ना आपसे फीडबैक मांग रहा है. Many a times what happens is in our families और हमारे friends या surroundings में कोई कुछ बात करना चाहता है आपसे और आप immediately क्या करते हो, आप काउंसलर बन जाते हैं. आप immediately अपनी राय देना शुरू कर देते. That's not active listening. You're not listening at all. What you're doing is आपके जो views है उन पे डाल रहे. So that is very, very wrong. Okay. Then use appropriate body language. A person, imagine or take an example of person जो अपनी life story या एक इमोशनल स्टोरी आपको प्रेजेंट कर रहा है, आपको बता रहा है, एंड आप जो है आपका बॉडी लैंग्वेज इस तरह से है कि यू आर नॉट इंटरेस्टेड इन लिसनिंग, and the person is talking about life and death, and this person is talking about very emotional moment of his or her life. कैसा आपके साथ में वो फिर रिश्ता बनाए रखेगा क्या? Do you think the person will ever talk to you again looking at your body language? No, it's very difficult. No, फिर आप उनका आप पे ट्रस्ट रहेगा ही नहीं, ट्रस्ट नहीं रहेगा. सेकेंड टाइम, नेक्स्ट टाइम the person will not come to you only. He will go where जहां पे उनको ears देते हैं. You see the picture of this girl, ears कितने बड़े हो गए, कान कितने बड़े हो गए. All right, so this is important. Give feedback only when asked. Please don't give feedback मुफ्त में. No advices. मुफ्त में कोई advice नहीं देना है. Active listening always requires time and needs to be developed with experience. Remember, students, as I said earlier also, active listening, communication, speaking, giving feedback is practice based. अब जैसे computer is a practice based thing. आप जितना आपके मोबाइल फोन्स पे एक्सप्लोर करते हैं उतने आप एक्सपर्ट बन जाते हो. सेम उसी तरह सॉफ्ट स्किल्स में भी, द मोर यू प्रैक्टिस, द मोर यू टॉक, द मोर यू take cognizance of what you are saying, how you are saying, आपका टोन कैसा है, आप एक्टिव लिसनिंग कर रहे हैं या नहीं कर रहे हैं. This is going to make you practice, and this is how it is going to make you more and more effective speaker, effective listener, and things like that. Okay, so there is a lot which I am going to leave it. हाँ बोलो. Okay, see guys, अभी अपने पास ज्यादा टाइम नहीं है, so I am not going to take this part. तो active listening आपने सुन लिया है, तो I believe कि वो आपके समझ में आया है. I am just directly going to feedback. Okay, ये तीसरा एस्पेक्ट है कम्युनिकेशन का, है ना. हमने क्या क्या कवर किया अभी तक? We have covered speaking. Okay, please put it in the chat box fast. Then listening, active listening. Yes, and this is the third part, feedback as growth. This is another इंपॉर्टेंट एस्पेक्ट ऑफ कम्युनिकेशन, और ये जो दो कड़ी है स्पीकिंग और लिसनिंग, इसको जोड़ देता है. सो फीडबैक इज इंपॉर्टेंट फॉर ग्रोथ. बट व्हेन डू यू हैव टू गिव फीडबैक? ओनली व्हेन आस्क्ड. डोंट गिव अननेसेसरी फीडबैक. ओके. सो एंड ऑल्सो रिमेंबर कि फीडबैक जो है वो गिफ्ट है. चाहे आपको क्रिटिकल फीडबैक भी आए, चाहे आप ये सेशन के बाद में इफ यू से साइगिता मैम यू वर वर्स्ट, you did not explain things properly, your presentation, your slide was was extremely poor, I will accept it. I will accept it. I will try and understand where it went wrong, what was the expectation of students and where did I go wrong. Okay, so if you give me such feedback, I am not going to go angry. मुझे कोई गुस्सा नहीं आने वाला है. I am going to take it as gift. I'll say कि yes, next time again जब मैं GM पटेल कॉलेज के स्टूडेंट्स या श्री शिवाजी साइंस कॉलेज स्टूडेंट्स के सामने प्रेजेंट करूंगी, then this is the way I should present it. या मैं पूरे मराठी में बोलूं या हिंदी में बोलूं, this is my feedback and I'll keep this as gift because इससे मैं ग्रो होने वाली हूँ, इससे मेरा फायदा ही होने वाला है. ओके. आप किस तरह से फीडबैक देंगे? दिस इज अ स्मॉल फ्रेमवर्क और मंत्रा. व्हाट इज दैट? रिटेन, इंक्रीज एंड डिक्रीज. सो व्हेनेवर यू आर आस्क्ड टू गिव फीडबैक, आपको कैसे देना है कि आप वो चीजें बताइए जो उनमें अच्छी है. सो यू कैन टेल मी कि साइगिता मैम आप ना रिटेन कीजिए, ये जो आपने पॉइंट्स बनाए हैं वो अच्छे हैं, वो आप ऐसे ही कर सकते हैं. इंक्रीज, आप क्या इंक्रीज कर सकते हैं कि आप जो है मल्टीपल लैंग्वेजेस ज्यादा यूज कीजिए या वीडियोस दिखाइए, वो आप इंक्रीज कर सकते हैं आपके प्रेजेंटेशन में. व्हाट कैन यू डिक्रीज? आप जो बीच बीच में डांटते हैं ना, यू डिक्रीज दैट. ओके. सो दिस काइंड ऑफ फीडबैक यू कैन गिव. सो व्हाट आर द थिंग्स दैट यू कैन रिटेन, है ना? What are the things that you can increase and what is that you can decrease? तो ये तीन चीजें यदि मैं ले लेती हूँ और if I accept it, it's going to benefit me. It's going to make me grow and develop more. All right, as a communicator or as a person or as a trainer and things like that. ये बहुत ही शॉर्टली मैं बताऊंगी कि बैरियर्स ऑफ कम्युनिकेशन. सो आपके बैरियर्स ऑफ कम्युनिकेशन में पहला बैरियर जो हो सकता है एक्सटर्नल डिस्टरबेंसेस, जो अभी हमने बीच बीच में देखा ना, माइक का नॉइज है, फिर माइक्रोफोन इधर उधर जाता है, तो ये सारे एक्सटर्नल डिस्टरबेंसेस से हम जो है इफेक्टिवली कम्युनिकेट नहीं कर पाते हैं. ऑल्सो अनदर बैरियर टू कम्युनिकेशन इज okay, decrease unnecessary hand movements. Okay, I'll decrease that. Okay, thank you. Next, the barrier of communication is कि जो complex thinking होता है ना, सामने वाला जो है टेक्निकल बैरियर्स की वजह से या लैंग्वेज बैरियर की वजह से या बड़े बड़े मोटे मोटे आप जब शब्द यूज करते हैं, चाहे मराठी में हो चाहे कोई भी लैंग्वेज में, बड़े भारी जार्गन्स आप यूज करते हैं, तो आप जो है सुन नहीं पाते हैं, ठीक से समझ नहीं पाते, उसको इंटरप्रेट नहीं कर पाते हैं. सो ये इन चीजों का हमें कम्युनिकेशन के वक्त में ध्यान रखना है. दीज आर ऑल बैरियर्स, ये सारे हिंड्रेंसेस हमारे कम्युनिकेशन के लिए. या हो सकता है कि आपका जो रिश्ता है लिसनर और स्पीकर के बीच में वो पुअर हो सकता है, इसलिए आपको सुनना ही नहीं है किसी का. ओके, आपको समझना ही नहीं है, तो वो एटीट्यूड या रिलेशनशिप जो कॉन्फ्लिक्ट्स होते हैं दोनों के बीच में, उसकी वजह से भी है. यस, ऑल राइट. ओके, लास्ट बट नॉट द लिस्ट, तो आपको इफेक्टिव कम्युनिकेशन के लिए क्या क्या रखना है ध्यान में? आपको वेग नहीं रहना है. आप सेंटेंसेस अपने बनाएंगे या बातें आप जब करेंगे, सिंपल तरीके से बात कीजिए, उसको ठीक ढंग से आर्टिकुलेट कीजिए. पहले सोच लीजिए आपको क्या बोलना है और सिंपल तरीके से बात कीजिए. बड़े बड़े वर्ड्स और शब्द यूज करके आप जो है ठीक ढंग से कम्युनिकेट आप नहीं कर पाएंगे. और यदि आप क्लैरिटी रखेंगे, देन व्हाट इज हैपनिंग कि आपके मिसअंडरस्टैंडिंग्स कम होंगे, टाइम वेस्ट नहीं होगा, आप ग्रेटर कॉन्फिडेंस सामने में बूस्ट कर सकते हैं. This is something which I thought is important, but lastly I will leave you with this. स्टूडेंट्स ये आपको सीरियसली करना है. वी आर नॉट गोइंग टू टेस्ट यू और गिव यू मार्क्स ऑन दिस, बट ये आप नोट डाउन कर सकते हैं कि आपने जो है आपके जो वर्बल कम्युनिकेशन स्टाइल है आपका खुद का, वो एनालाइज करना है बेस्ड ऑन व्हाट. अभी तक जो हमने एस्पेक्ट्स ऑफ स्पीकिंग देखे हैं, स्पीड है, टोन है, डिग्री ऑफ फॉर्मेलिटी है, 2-3 चीजें जो हमने देखी, उस एस्पेक्ट्स पे आपका वर्बल कम्युनिकेशन स्टाइल कैसा है और कैसा होना चाहिए, इसका आपको प्रैक्टिस करना है. एक्टिव लिसनिंग आपने सुन लिया है, आज समझ भी लिया है, तो उसको प्रैक्टिस करना शुरू कीजिए. एंड फीडबैक जो हमने बोला है, जो फॉर्मेट आपको दिया है, try practicing that, and it's necessary for your growth. So with this I end, and I would like to stop here. I'm not sure if you are with me on this. I can see many raised hands, but you can connect with me sometimes later, or I don't know how, but I will try to address all your questions and queries. Okay, over to Dr. Veena Mahajan.
Okay, thank you very much, ma'am, for being with us and sharing your words of wisdom. We are rarely get this kind of opportunity to listen and interact with such an interactive person you are. Our students really enjoyed this interactive session, and I assure you, ma'am, they will definitely incorporate this skill to make their life more successful. Now it's time to question and answer.
Acha, there is time.
There is no time.
You can take one or two.
No.
There is no time. No, okay.
There is no time actually.
No problem.
But and they have lots of questions, I think, in the chat box.
I can see that all raised hands. See, guys, you are already there, connected, in Telegram group.
Yes,
if you have any,
they can connect with your email also.
Yes. So you can get access to my email through Veena madam, and you can talk to me. So there's no problem. Okay.
Okay.
I'll be available.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you so much. Now it's time. Now I invite Dr. Prashant Manus Mare, Training and Placement Officer, J.M. Patel College, Bhandara, to propose vote of thanks.
Yeah, good evening all. As all the good things comes to an end in life, so is the workshop. On behalf of J.M. Patel College, Bhandara and Sri Shivaji College, Parbhani, I take this opportunity to propose vote of thanks to those who directly and indirectly contributed to this first day of 3-day workshop on soft skill development. Firstly, I would like to thank our principal, Dr. Vikas Domte, J.M. Patel College, Bhandara, for being with us and inaugurating this workshop by taking his time out in spite of his busy schedule. As well as I would like to thank Principal Dr. B.U. Jadhav sir, Sri Shivaji College, Parbhani, for his enthusiastic support and motivation. At the outset, I thank our resource person, Dr. Saigita Chittur, Assistant Professor, Tata Institute of Social Science, Mumbai. Ma'am, we are really enlightened with your interactive session on effective communication skill for successful life. I am further thankful to Dr. Karthik Panikar, Coordinator, Internal Quality Assurance Cell of J. Patel College, Bhandara, and Dr. Rohidas Nitonde sir, Coordinator, Internal Quality Assurance Cell of Sri Shivaji College, Parbhani, who has been very supportive for this workshop and has provided valuable contribution in making this workshop a success. I further thankful to Dr. Veena Mahajan for providing concept note of today's workshop. A special thanks to organizing committee, teaching staff for their unflinching support and coordination. Our heartfelt thanks to our students for active participation in today's workshop. To conclude, let me once again reiterate my gratitude to all. With these warm words and kind message, we move to end of today's first day of 3 days workshop on soft skill development. Thank you. Thank you very much.
All the best for your other workshops too.
Thank you. Thank you so much, ma'am. Now today's
Thank you, ma'am.
technical session and the
Thank you so
workshop
much,
is
ma'am.
Thank you so much, ma'am.
Ma'am, really nice to talk with you.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am.
Same here, same here. Veena madam.
yes, ma'am.
Yeah, you were saying something.
The session was very nice, ma'am, but due to lack of time,
No,
okay, no problem. Next
Yeah.
time we will take this session at daytime.
Okay, no problem. I'm sorry for extending it. Thank you so much for inviting. All right.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Chalo.
So I declare that the session is concluded here.
Okay. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Thank you. Right.